my dear long lost American pen pal. I didn't know that in America, you don't really own your home, even after you pay for it. I didn't know that you still have to pay property taxes every year, and if you don't, the government can take your house away. I didn't know that people in their 30s, 40s, even 50s were still paying off student loans for a degree they got decades ago. I didn't know that one hospital visit could leave you in debt for years. I didn't know that working full-time, even 2 jobs, still wasn't enough to feel secure. And I didn't know that so many of you sit in your cars at night, staring at your front doors, too exhausted to go inside. I thought I understood exhaustion. I thought I knew what stress looked like, but I've never seen it like this. Over the past few weeks, I've been reading your comments, I've been watching your videos, I've been listening to your stories, and I've realized that the America I thought I knew, the one I grew up imagining, was nothing like the America you lived in. I thought every American owned a big house, school education was free and top tier, and every student had a first shot at success. Hospitals were world-class and healthcare was free. Jobs paid well, and as long as you worked hard, you could have a comfortable life. Most Americans were wealthy, happy, and free. That's what we were told. That's what you were told, too. But then I started seeing your world through your eyes. I saw videos of people working 60 hours a week and still living paycheck to paycheck. I saw comments from people saying they haven't been to a doctor in years because they can't afford it. I saw Americans wondering how they would survive retirement when they are still paying off student loans in their 40s. And I thought, how does this happen in the richest country in the world? So I started doing research. I wanted to understand why, I wanted to understand how. And the more I learned, the more I realized this was never an accident. Why does the system feel like a trap? At first I thought it was just individual bad luck, but then I saw the pattern. And patterns don't happen by accident. I learned that your wages haven't kept up with inflation, but the cost of everything else keeps rising. Your student loans are structured so that even after decades of payment, many people barely make a dent in what they owe. Your healthcare system makes sure that even one emergency can set you back years financially. Your home isn't truly yours because if you can't pay property taxes, the government can take it away. And I started asking, is this normal? Because where I live, we have our own struggles. No system is perfect. We have problems too. But what we don't have is this. We don't have people delaying medical care because they're afraid of the bill. We don't have young adults drowning in the student debt well into their 40s and 50s. We don't have homeowners who can lose their house even after they paid it off. And I started wondering, how did life become this way for you? At the same time, I started noticing something else. I started seeing the videos you were sharing, the videos of China. I started seeing my own country through your eyes. I saw you reacting to the modern high-speed trains, clean streets, and affordable public transport. I saw your surprise at how cheap medical treatments could be. I saw your disbelief that most people don't carry student debt their entire lives. And I started reading your comments. I thought China was poor. I thought Chinese people had no freedom. I thought you all wanted to escape. But then you started asking, wait, why do they have this and we don't? Why was I never told about this? What else have they lied to me about? I didn't have to say anything. You started saying it yourselves. And I realized you were never supposed to know. You were never supposed to see how life could be different. Because if you never knew another way existed, you never questioned the way you were living. The system wasn't built for you. It was built on you. For a long time I wondered, how did this happen? How did a country so rich, so powerful, leave so many of its people struggling just to survive? And then I started to see the threads. the ones carefully woven together decade after decade to create something that was never meant to be escaped. Because here's the truth, the system was never broken. It works exactly as it was designed to. Your debt keeps you working. Your paycheck keeps you obedient. Your fear keeps you quiet. This isn't about individual failing to work hard. It's about a system designed to make sure that no matter how hard you work, you never truly break free. You were never the problem. The system was. I won't pretend I have all the answers. I won't pretend it's easy. But I do know this. The first step is seeing the threats, because once you see the design of the trap, it becomes harder to stay inside it. The second step is questioning everything they told you. Who benefits from you believing that debt is normal? Who profits from you thinking that hard work alone will save you? The third step, stop waiting for permission. They told you to work, earn, consume, repeat. But what if you built something that didn't rely on that cycle? What if you stopped playing their game? Most people will never escape, not because they can't, but because they won't. Because questioning the system means letting go of the comfort of believing it will eventually take care of you. But the truth, the system was never built to take care of you. It was built to take from you. And the moment you stop believing the lie, you start to become dangerous. Not just to them, but to the entire structure designed to keep you small. You don't have to work yourself to exhaustion. You don't have to accept debt as a life sentence. You don't have to wait until retirement to start living. You just have to see it for what it is. And once you do, once you truly, fully see, you will never unsee it again. And that's the beginning of something they never wanted you to have, freedom. Warmly, your Chinese pen pal.